The other thing I can do is... Oh, I don't have an Orb of Augmentation? Really? That's a bit annoying. I want to save some of these rings here. Make it, I don't know, gold. Because I might want another character who could take advantage of some of that. Maybe sometimes we'll need stats.
Hello.
There's probably a recipe for augmentation. Where's my mace? Oh! Yeah. I'm like, oh my god, did I accidentally fucking sell my mace? That's fine. Hey, there's augmentation. Excellent. So augmentation just adds an extra property to an item, which you can't be equipped. So we're going to do that. Gaining more crit strike multiplier. That's how much damage we do on a crit, which isn't particularly helpful. But you know what? It's fine. That's okay. Alright. And the large flask over here. We're going to keep the one that removes bleed. I'll just keep you around for quality. It's going to be fine. And these red gems. So... Sunder does less damage, creating shockwaves of broken ground, damage enemies in the area in front of you. Enemies hit by the wave will release a circular shockwave, dealing damage to other enemies around them. Yeah, I think is better than Ground Slam. A little less damage, even with the fire thing. But the mechanic might be slightly different. Also, this hasn't been leveled. Sunder can hit multiple times. I mean, in any case, for Merveil, I think what I'm going to do is I will actually just be packing the heavy strike. Where's my leap slam? Put that in the hat. So leap slam goes in the middle. Heavy strike goes there. Excellent. Okay, and we've got our skill point, which we will go and put here. 4% increased attack speed, mostly because it's a good way to get to life and elemental resistance nodes. Alright, I think I'm okay with this. Let's go see if we can fight Merveil without dying. Although, you know what? I could use these things to rarefy maybe like some rings or some shit. Because that actually wouldn't be too bad. Gives me life regen. Lightning damage added to attacks. Oh, that's actually kind of handy. And this would give me energy shield. I like lightning damage added to attacks. Maybe on the coral ring. You know what? It's fine. Okay, let's make this into a rare as well. Life regen per second hardly matters. The energy shield hardly matters. So just use the lower level one. It's fine. Added fire damage to attacks. And some lightning resist. Yeah, that all sounds fine. Make all the things rare. Is my amulet rare? No! I don't really need the strength amulet, but fuck it. Rare all the things. +1 to all attributes. Ooh, lightning damage. Accuracy rating! Guys, we got our accuracy ratings. It's fine. Alright. Caverns of Anger. Okay, let's find out if we're going to rip. So we'll open a portal here in case we need a quick escape. Well, I guess the door's pretty much right there. You derp. If you're going to open a portal, open it somewhere else. So there's our Sunder, and I've got my Smash there, which is good, and we've got our Totem, so... Mostly we're going to Heavy Strike here. Did I remember to actually link the Heavy Strike to my added fire damage? Okay, we're doing huge beats, and I've got the Cold Resist, which is pretty good. Where are you? That thing can do a surprising amount of damage. But I got good hit points and 50% cold resist. Yeah, we're going to be fine. But, you know, healthy paranoia is good. And, yeah, the second stage does do a shite ton more damage. Oh, yeah, especially with all these extra little swords beating on you. There we go. Kill that. Can I just, like, hit you from far away with this? You know, maybe I'll just use Sunder from far away. Especially since you are spawning some ads. There we go. It's like I'm a ranged attacker. I think that's one of the real values of Sunder. It's the multiple hits, but also like the incredible range going on. Excellent. Wonderful. So let's make sure that Sunder is linked to the extra fire damage, which is going to be handy. Got a magic coral ring. We're going to check it out. Coral. I don't think we need anything else. Any chance you've got a... Meh. Whee! I think you can link Leap Slam to what, like faster attack? And there you go. That's Act 1. Boom! What's our percentage at? 130. So we have been streaming for almost 13 hours, which is currently our target with the donation. I'm not going to cry if, you know, if there are more donations that come in and I have to stream longer. You know, I'm not going to complain. It's all for a good cause. Although if we don't get any, I suppose I probably wouldn't cry either. That I actually get to sleep. That might be nice. But it is for a good cause, and if you guys want to, you know, see how far I can take the hardcore barbarian here, or marauder, I should say. Ooh, these guys are magic. That's worth a little bit extra. Yeah, see, feeling really smashy now, and I love the range on Sunder. Love it. And yeah, each time it hits someone, they explode a little area around them. It's kind of, I think, the same. And we got any subscribers. That's interesting. I think it's very much the same feel as when you use lightning arrow or whatever as a ranger. Because every time the lightning arrow hits someone, it like lightnings out from out of there and does a chain attack. This zone should also probably have the next tier of mallet, but we went and used our recipe on this one, so it's going to be fine. We'll probably skip the next tier of mace, and then 2 tiers from now, then maybe we'll do the recipe again for the physical damage. Yeah. And I like, you don't need to aim quite as much. It's not like it's a heat-seeking missile like some of the other attacks in the game. But you sort of just vaguely smash your mace towards an opponent, and then things just die. And I like that. We're now level 15. We're going to take that for more strength, which is indirectly adding 2% extra physical damage to us, which is nice. And 5 extra base health, which then gets multiplied based on all our other modifiers that we got going on. And lots of subs in all of a sudden. Guess no stream tomorrow. Well, in theory, well, that's a good question. Here's the thing with Sunday Morning Heroes. A Kiss for Luck's not going to be available tomorrow again. So, we'd probably just be doing some more card hunters. And I'll probably try to do it. I do want to commit to that. It is gonna kind of suck. Alright, so these guys are just going to give a bunch of, like, you know, little quests and dialogue and things like that. Nothing that's terribly important. Although, again, good lore, if you're not trying to rush through like I'm doing here for the audience, it actually is pretty decent. Let me get rid of that coral ring, I think. It's going to be fine. I do recommend on your first playthrough to certainly read that. So, Act 2, you can go right or you can go left. I tend to go right first. I tend to, like, do Old Fields, I do the den, and I get to the crossroads, get the waypoint there, and then I go left at that point. Even though technically, like, the first one is, like, the way forward, travel to the Western Forest. Hey, Orb of Regret. So, you can use that to give you a respec point on your talent tree. As well as a few other things, actually. But it's quite valuable currency, in a sense, so... I mean, people don't usually, like, advertise items for value of Orb of Regret, but it converts quite well to other currency types. If everyone donates $1,000, 1,000 more hours of Quill. Bum 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 bum. Ba da 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 da. Hello, Katarina. Alright, where's your bodies? As long as they're not too far away, I'll go and do it. This is another one of these masters. Which, if you're not really, like, doing a league long-term, doesn't really matter that much, but if you are, the investment's super worthwhile. So we gotta kill these dudes, and then we've gotta res their bodies here. And just drag her so that she can add their bodies to her little totem. Ooh. Here, we'll keep that extra rustic stash around. We'll kill that guy, and then we'll just run back over here. Come on, buddies. Come on. Luckily, we didn't go very far. So she's going to add it to her sculpture. Excellent. And then she'll say thank you, and then we'll say you're awesome, and we'll talk to you later. Well, I didn't find the den. That's okay. Let's just go to the crossroads so we can find the next waypoint. Because there's no waypoint in that previous zone. And this one's really easy to find because it's... Oh, hello. Revives nearby monsters with onslaught. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Superior added cold damage. 15%? I'm willing to bet that sells. I'm willing to bet that sells pretty okay. I'll have to check it out on po.trade, but I'm willing to bet people would pay for that. I'm still a little sad that I was, like, middle of recording and I'm in the wrong league and that guy was offering me the 5 chaos for that lightning damage conversion gem. That's too bad. No, it doesn't? Really? I mean, people use added cold damage, don't they? So they probably want the extra quality, don't they? I mean, I'm not saying it's, like, insanely expensive, but... What do you want? Oh, I got another silver coin. Okay. Boom. Green. And I'm just gonna keep that belt there. Okay. So, now we'll go the other way. How important are those that just give main stats? Not that important, although, again, like, a lot of times it's quite nice to pick up nodes that give you an off stat, which makes it easier to equip certain items that you might have a hard time to do. And there's some that give a lot, but it is actually quite nice. Like, they're not as valued as the nodes that, you know, give you sort of the more... So, like, everything along here, these paths, are mostly things you take to get to the things you actually care about. Right? And these all give you just stats. But it still adds up, and it's quite important. And then you get nodes like this, that gives you plus 30. Plus 30. There's a few more, there's over here. And that actually is pretty huge. And mostly it's about, like, ease of equipping certain items and using certain gems that are off stats for you. I think that's where a lot of what it really is. But again, every time I take a plus 10 strength node, I'm gaining plus 2% physical damage. And an extra... is it two life per strength, which then multiplies by all my extra stuff. So, you know, it's not nothing, but it's not usually your priority. I guess I'll keep picking up these rustic ashes. If anything else, like every time I make one of them to a rare, especially if it has a high intrinsic base, there's a possibility that is going to replace my current rustic sash, especially if it rolls life, or attack speed, or resistances or something. That's quite nice. God damn, this is a fun ability. It's really long range. So this zone, even though it's adjacent to the town, actually unexpectedly has waypoint. Nice timing on that, actually. Now, you could go north and find the path into, I want to say, the wetlands. But we're definitely going to wait for that. One of our quests that we have here, there's three bandits that are plaguing this area. Oh, there's Tora. I'm not going to bother with that. 3 bandits that are plaguing this area, and the guy in town wants you to kill all 3 of them. A, because they're big jerk faces, and B, they all have an amulet, which is a chunk of this key item, basically. So if you kill all 3 and get all their amulets, they can be combined together into making a key that you need to progress forward. And if you do that, and you kill all 3, you get a passive skill point, which is a nice reward. Very nice reward. But each one of the bandits, when you approach them, will actually make you an offer, where if you leave them alive and just kill the other 2 bandits, leaving them in charge of the woods, they will give you a reward. In addition to also still giving you their amulet. So in the end, no matter what you do, you still end up with all 3 of the amulets, and therefore you still end up being able to make the key item. Do I want the Greater Life Flask? I guess so. And each one of them will offer you something different. So the +1 skill point is really nice. But almost everyone in this first difficulty agrees to leave Oak alive, because Oak will give you +40 permanent hit points. And almost everyone, I mean, health is always good, but almost everyone, regardless of class, ends up taking a lot of nodes that increases their percentage max health. Yeah, of course. Oak, and that's the thing. Oak is like I think the only people that ever don't go for Oak are people who know that they're going for like a Chaos Inoculation build, which is a very, very specialized energy shield centric build. I'm pretty sure that like 99% of everyone else goes for Oak on the normal difficulty. On the difficulties after that, everything still is basically the same. If you kill all 3, you get +1 skill points. But then the bandits, the individual rewards are a bit different. Their sledgehammer's the next tier up from what we've got, I think. Whoa. Nice exploding. And then it becomes a little bit more questionable because we might, for example, I think the cruel difficulty oak reward, for example, is a bonus to all our physical damage. So we might still be tempted to go with oak. But a lot more people there might do the person who gives them more spell damage. A lot of people might do the one, or might just kill them all for the skill point. Kind of depends a bit more on your build. I will say there is someone on this difficulty. So the other possibilities is someone gives you more mana. Or someone will give you like permanent +10% all resistances, which sounds really nice. But your resistances do cap at 75%, and it's not that hard to hit the cap. So that's why it's kind of a no-brainer. Either you go oak or you go with +1 skill point. And 40 health is probably worth a lot more than a skill point. Like, if there was a node that just gives you 40 extra hit points, you'll probably take it. And honestly, if there was like 20 of those nodes, you'd be tempted to take them all. So probably the oak bonus is, or it's 40 hit points, 40 hit points. The oak bonus is probably better than a skill point most of the time. Unless you don't need life, because you're going energy shield, chaos inoculation, weird stuff. Or I might be just talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure that's mostly accurate. Level up the skill gems. So we're following this road because what we're doing, that path that was blocked by Piety in the last act, we're going to find the other side of it and we'll be able to unblock it from here. And then we can go back to Act 1 and get a reward. Hey, that's a 30 health coral ring. Coral. Which is pretty good, especially since I don't actually need my cold resistance anymore. Yeah, it's got some lightning resist, which is fine. I mean, this has got the fire damage to attack, but it doesn't have anything else going for it, so I'll just go for more life. Boop, boop, doop, doop, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, and later difficulties. So as you go to Cruel and Merciless, you do get a huge like bonus. Is it minus 25% and then minus 50% to resistances? But still, like, you know, Quillessence is in Merciless, and she's actually overcapped in all her resistances right now. It's like ridiculous. Even with the like minus 50% or whatever it is penalty that you get to your resistances on Merciless, I think she's still sitting at something like 97% fire resist. It's not that hard to be resistance capped. But it can be convenient, but the life is just better. It's like, yes, okay, you can have higher resistances, which helps you survive, but life always helps you survive, and you can't ever cap your life. You never even hit the life limit. So we can get a reward there from going to Act 1. We do want to kick around here a little bit longer because we probably want to do the Lair of the Weaver. Now, it's a little tricksy because it will be a little bit higher level, which can be dangerous on... There's another sledgehammer. With fewer sockets, and same link, I mean, we could keep a backup in case, you know, the first one doesn't, like, turn into an awesome item or something like that. That's probably not worth it. So we're going to check the Lair of the Weaver. I don't know what level it is. It might be a little beyond us, but probably we're about to hit level 18, and probably it's safe. I don't know how dangerous the Weaver is. Probably does a lot of chaos damage, which we don't have any resistance to. It's actually quite hard to come by resistance or chaos resistance early on. On the other hand, we also just have a lot of hit points, so hopefully that will work. But again, we're playing hardcore. Death is permanent. Well, again, you can still play the character, but only on the standard league, which is so not as interesting. Oh, Ziggy's sending people over. Cool. Thank you. I like his videos. They're fantastic. Good post stuff. Learned a lot from watching him. Ah, and there's a Lyra. Right. There's another thing we want to do in this zone. I forgot that we had a bandit in here too. So that'll be an example of a deal. So outside, you still have to fight her goons. But once you go in here, everyone is weirdly chill. And then you can talk to her. Just in case this turns out to be a lot tougher than I think. I'm going to open up a portal so I've got an escape here. And so she's going to say, if I help her and kill everyone else, she'll give me plus 60 to max mana. Which sounds pretty shitty, so we're just going to kick her ass. Now, she does explode corpses. She also keeps summoning more zombies, which is a big pain in the ass. I'm going to try to stand away from the corpses and then just obliterate her. You die. I want to minimize how much damage. You don't have to kill all the ads, because once you kill her, everyone else dies. But it does help to minimize some damage. You can see she's summoning some bodies there. So there's the quest item. Also a silken vest, not something we care about, and that's that. Okay, that's good. Lair of the Weaver is connected to the zone, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, hello, a magic life flask. That can be handy. So we're looking for like a bunch of woods with like spider bits on them. And based on like the world map, you would think it's not the southern part of the zone, but it's just as likely to be at the northern part of the zone. As far as I can tell, it seems to be about 50-50. And we've explored the southern part of the zone, and we didn't find it, so it must be in the north. Yep. Yes, I know there's a stash sale, but I'm pretty good on stashes. I got a lot. Way more than I need, mostly because I'm a pack rat, and I'm bad at evaluating things, so I tend to like obsessively save them just in case. Most likely it'll actually be west of here, but I kind of want to find, yeah, the northern edge of the map, which this should be a corner over here, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Ding! Just going to keep running here until my Quicksilver Flask wears off, and then I will... Oh. See, I'm actually taking nodes that increases my current resistance, which... again, may or may not be as useful later on because I'll probably be overcapped, but they're mostly taking them because they give me life. Well, always opposite of waypoint. Really? So like on the opposite side of the road from the waypoint? Is that what you mean? Here you can see the spider web, so we're getting in the right area. And that's like, there's all these little like rules, these quirks of map generation in certain areas, and if you know those things, you can use that to optimize your ability to find things. But the spiders here, we should see it, or the spider webs. It's the always that way. I know that I'm getting close. But other than that, I have no way to judge. There it is. So, I think it might just be a level 17 or 18 zone. Yeah, which is fine. We're level 18, so, you know, we're kind of on par there. I mean, that's not, you know, the hard and fast rule, but it means, okay, we haven't stumbled into something that's too nuts. You can see that Sapphire Ring only has 22 cold resistance as a base. So ours is nice, that 31. Although again, I believe it would have a higher eye level. So if we were to go and make it into a magic item or a rare, it could have more powerful other affixes, suffixes, basically more powerful other stats. Still one-shotting these guys, it's really good. Hopefully the Weaver's not too tough. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 1 minute to midnight. What's their donations at? 131%. Oh, hey, it's our first fail area. Oh, we may as well do that. We are basically at the end of the stream. We have streamed for 13 hours. 1 hour for every $1,000. We're just over 13,000. So I guess we'll just do, you know, just 1 more minute. I want to finish. I want to do this Veil area, and then I want to finish the Weaver just so I don't have to backtrack here later on. That was really shitty positioning. Come on, Quill. You can do better than that. This is a very short side zone, which will have a rare dude that we have to beat up. And oh, that's one-handed. I don't know all the base item names by heart, like by far I don't. So I always have to check, like, is it one-handed, two-handed, and then, you know, what's the base level? I'm going to grab the ruby ring in case we need fire resistance later on. It's only 27%, but it's not bad. At some point you start dropping 2 stone rings, which always have 2 resistances. It'll always be lower. Like, I think it caps out at maybe like 25% of each, maybe 20% of each. But it's always got 2, so if you add them together, you're clearly getting more better. So here you go. I guess it's not a rare, it's actually like a unique boss who's being kind of dumb. Oh, prophecy. Oh, right! We had a prophecy that we would kill a dude and he would give us a Veil Orb. So hopefully we won't die here. To this Eber Colossus. What the hell? Smash. Smash harder. Smash harder. I suppose I could put down my low totem so I can attack faster, plus it would do extra damage. There we go. Prophecy complete. Grab you. Grab the rares. Most of those are actually... Oh, they're actually fist weapons, which are kind of crap. I'll drop you. I'll grab the coif just in case it decides it's something I want. We'll do this. We'll get a Veil Clarity, which... Alright, I've actually never seen Veil Clarity. So all of the Veil Vol items are quite powerful. You need to charge them up by killing things. Clarity is normally an aura that you just run permanently. And it gives you mana regen. So this will give us a lot of regen for a limited duration instead of being a permanent aura. Which is interesting, but I don't think... I would be surprised if people use that one. Am I wrong? Probably not. These spiders, they flicker strike, so they teleport behind you and are generally very annoying. We're going to use that because it'll prevent that thing from electrocuting me, and now I'm electrocuting people who are nearby. We'll grab that in case we need fire resistance. We'll skill point, plus 10 strength, and we're on our way to smash harder with stick. Yeah, let's grab the portal scroll. We're probably going to end up backtracking anyway, but... Boop, 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 boop. Life's pretty solid. Oh. Wow, I'm like that full, huh? Listen, I'm trying to like end this run here. I need to go to bed. 13 hours of streaming, but I guess I'll identify everything and do a quick little sell, and because we'll probably get a drop from the bots. And actually the Malagos's pointy thing, whatever it is we're here to get, needs a certain amount of space. So yes, we did this. Sell items. And we're already starting to do a bit of hoarding. Especially when I'm trying to go fast. I'm like, I can't think about what's good and what's not. Just store everything and we'll figure it out later. Yes, Magic Grand Life Flask, we're using that. Greater Life Flask, we'll use that as well. Under Jewelry, we're going to keep the Ruby Ring, Topaz Ring, Sapphire Ring for later. We don't care about this. So, it's a fair amount of... we don't have the int anyway, so no. I could recipe up this thing, and it might be worthwhile. I don't know. You know what? What the hell? Let's aggressively... So we'll use the higher percentage one, just in case it becomes more awesome. This will just give me a bunch of dexterity on it. Which honestly isn't terrible. It did not turn out to be super awesome. So, you plus you plus blacksmith. Go to you, sell. Does it randomize the sockets? Unknown sockets, 57%. But it's higher base, so it should be more. Yeah, it's got nothing else going on. Do I still have the Orb of Og? Yeah. We'll add an extra thing, 8% extra attack speed. So right now my Sunder does 165. If I do this, we end up with 210. Yeah, that's a boost. So that's nice. Sell you, sell you. Sell you, you, and you. And you. Good. That's one of the amulets from the bandits. These are currency items that I can stash. And we'll put you there. Okay. And actually, let me take a quick little side trip to Act 1. Because we open the passage, we can turn in a quest to Bestel here. And get a free passive skill point. Boop. Which we will use to smash things harder with maces. Mace harder. Go back to the encampment, use our waypoint, and finish this. I am smashing harder. There you are. There's the Weaver Nest. Okay, so in here, we will fight spiders that fall from the sky. I hope you guys aren't bothered by spiders. I should have put in like a trigger warning for arachnophobes. I'm sorry. Let's get our totem down so we attack faster. Spider will occasionally disappear. Yeah, okay, so we're totally okay here. Huge amounts of damage. Oh, it didn't even get to disappear a second time. Haha. Get the spike, and I think we're good under that. Okay, so that's it. We can do this, pop out, pop back in. Always brings you back to town, a little shortcut if you don't need to keep your portal open for any reason. I guess we could talk to someone. That's what we actually want to do. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. There's a reward. Melee physical damage, faster attacks, weapon elemental damage. Well, we're not doing elemental damage. We're doing straight up melee, so that's probably what we'd grab here. I mean, faster attack's not bad. This is why you need the dex from the other things in there, because more attack is more better. But also more damage is more better? I don't know. Whichever. I'll take this. Doesn't matter. You can buy the others from these vendors now that you've completed that quest. We should be able to... Oops, go away. Should be able to find faster attacks over here if we get the dex, or we get the sockets, or whatever's going on. Oh, we don't have anything with enough links to use it all. The fire damage is going to be better than added physical damage, I think, depending, unless like Sunder does some really weird mechanics about how it works, but I don't think so. We don't have a... Oh yeah, we do. Red gems go there. You go there. And that's it for the stream. Let me check the last set of donations. Oh my god, I am so dead. This is not a healthy way to go. And I gotta thank everyone who's here from start to end. I'm sure some of you were. Final thank yous over here. I will be doing a proper video reading everything out. And again, if you donated, especially if you donated $100 or more, I will try and incorporate your name into something in the future. I will do my best. We'll figure out something. We used a lot of you for the RimWorld earlier, so we'll see how it goes. But Michael Bullock came in with $100. Nathan came in with $100 as well. Glad to see money going to a good cause. Cheers, Quills, and Stream On. Anonymous came in with $25 as well. Those are all the new ones. I can't do a full read through right now because there's like many pages of this, and I done 13 hours of streaming. Started at 11 a.m. It is now 12:08 a.m. Although bizarrely, in 52 minutes, it will once again be 12 a.m. because daylight saving time is finally ending in North America. Not forever. It'll be gone. It'll be back in another 6 months, which is idiotic because daylight saving sucks. But yeah. Oh, you guys are the best. $13,000, which brings us, over the course of the 5 years, this is our 5th year doing Extra Life, we have raised a grand total of $47,262.71 over a course of 980 total donations. I will note that the donation page and everything does stay open up until December 31st. So if you weren't able to donate today because of things, but you still wanted to, you actually can still do it until the end of the year. And if you do want to get in on the video, make sure you donate within the next couple of days, or probably, tomorrow or something like that, because I'll be making that video. So if you want to be part of the announcement, there is still time. And yeah, just an incredible number. Thank you very much. In theory, assuming I can do it, the next live stream will be tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Standard Time. Keep that in mind. Are we losing an hour or gaining an hour? If we're gaining an hour, that'll be helpful. I don't know. But otherwise, the next live stream will actually be on Tuesday for the American election night. We are going to be, as a foreigner like myself, I will be looking grimly on for the train wreck that is the American election, and we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned for announcement there in terms of times and games and things like that. But fall back, we're gaining. Excellent. Wonderful. That's brilliant. Yeah, right, because again, as I was describing, apparently correctly, when it hits 1 a.m., it'll fall back to 12 midnight again for the second time, which is great. So we get an extra hour, so that'll be great. Thanks for coming out, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.